Okay, so before I went to bed last night, I decided to tweet out that I was hoping that we would see a Nintendo Direct announced in the morning, and I'm happy to announce that dreams come true. Yes, Nintendo have announced their latest Direct. For us here in Australia, it's 8 a.m, or, for us here in Sydney, it's 8 a.m, and it's on Friday the 24th, so it's really cool. So we've got less than 24 hours until we find out what Nintendo's kind of going for the next few months. And, generally these sorts of directs, they are essentially big adverts and more information for the titles that are coming out for Q4. And that's essentially what they've alluded to with the title, with the writing in the tweet when they announced it. But I still think that there's going to be a couple of surprises in there. Let's get to the fitness stuff, because I think that is important. There could be a little bit of information on Knockout Home Fitness, as that releases in about a week or so in the US, or it's next week in the USA, and then in a couple of weeks for Europe, Australia. There is also the potential of some information on Just Dance as well. As I'm counting that as a fitness title because you move around, you get sweaty, and it's got a sweat mode, so it's got a dedicated mode for fitness. So yeah, we do count that, ladies and gentlemen. However, I've convinced myself, I've talked myself into it, talking to myself a lot, that we are going to get some sort of Ring Fit content. Whether or not this is a bit of paid DLC for Ring Fit Adventure, because it's on like 11.27 million copies sold worldwide or something right now. It is a massive success, and yes, the pandemic has had a lot to do with that. I still think there's a fair bit of swell behind the Ring Fit at the moment. I've noticed that Nintendo's been paying and promoting a lot of Ring Fit adverts. In Australia, we've got one with Isla Fisher, who's really cool, and there's, they keep putting, I'm seeing that before, loads of videos on Facebook, on Twitter, I'm seeing it on Instagram, I'm seeing it on YouTube. They are really promoting it. I think they're trying to push it before Christmas again. And it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if we do see some sort of content for that, whether it's paid or not. Maybe it's just a free update. Who knows? Either that or a spin-off. Now, I've had the idea of Ring Fit Rhythm, which is a rhythm game based on Ring Fit Adventure's rhythm mode. I've been really kind of convinced that is what they would do if they were going to spin off Ring Fit. You could have some story-based stuff. There could be a bit of a story connected to maybe like the Four Masters or something like that. I just feel that it would be a good opportunity for them to do something like this, to jump in on the home fitness trend and to give something for those people who already have the ring, give them something else to play. And rhythm mode feels like it could be expanded into something bigger, whether it's game music, whether it's licensed music, stuff like that. It would also allow them to try a 2-player mode, because if people have already got the ring, and then you could buy one with a ring as well, you could have 2 rings, and you could have like dueling split screen stuff, like you used to be able to do with like Guitar Hero. Who knows, they could do something like a 2D platformer as well. There's plenty of opportunity. Point is, I think that we've got something Ring Fit content related coming, and whether or not that comes true is another thing, but that's my wild card for this Nintendo Direct. As far as the rest of the Direct goes, I'm so glad you asked. We are going to get a lot of information on the upcoming games. So their big one is Metroid Dread, and you've got Mario Party Superstars in October. That's the end of October. Yeah, so Dread, start of October. Party Superstars is end of October. We've also got Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Pokemon releasing within a week of each other. I think if they're going to push anything in this one, it will be Shin Megami Tensei, because Pokemon generally do their own thing. They play by their own rulebook and they do their own advertising. We don't often see stuff like that in our directs. Maybe we could, there's going to be a lot of eyes on this, so if they really want to push out some big bit of content, maybe they reveal some of the stuff from Platinum in BDSP, who knows. I don't think we'll get anything from Arceus though. We'll also get some stuff for Advance Wars. They really, they're going to want to push this as it's one of their big titles for this year. It's going to be their December release, and although my friend has duly informed me that generally Nintendo don't massively care about the December content, with the exception of Smash a few years ago, it's more the November one that they push. I think that we'll still see something along the lines of Advance Wars content, maybe showing some more of the gameplay modes, some online. I'm really hoping that we see a demo for this, maybe not now, maybe in a couple of months or something like that. I think a demo, get people to play the game for a little bit, would really help with sales. Especially if you can transfer save data over like they've been doing for a lot of ones like Monster Hunter Stories 2 and Fitness Boxing 2 and stuff like that. I think that's going to be a really good move for them, and also I just really want to play it again. we're also definitely going to get content for games that have already released. I think they're going to give some information on Mario Golf Super Rush. There was going to be free gameplay updates, and they did one in the E3 Direct. They told us what was going to happen. We've already had one of the free content updates. I think they'll advertise what else they're putting into the game for people, as I'm sure there's a bit of demand for that. I think that we're going to see the Hyrule Warriors DLC. That's pretty much a given because that releases in November and we haven't heard anything from it, so they'll give some sort of vague trailer that doesn't really give much information on it, like they did for the other ones. Maybe they'll just literally put a screenshot up like they did in that Direct before. That was God, that was terrible. And the other thing, maybe we'll get like a little crumb of Animal Crossing content. I don't know. At this point, I think that there's definitely got to be something coming, but also wouldn't surprise me if they've just dropped the game. I don't know. Like, there's still a huge install base, but a lot of players have left Animal Crossing, and I don't know what they're doing with it. Maybe we'll see Brewster. I think I said that last time as well for E3. The other thing I think we're going to see is the Switch OLED. They might give us a bit more information on the Switch OLED and, like try and pump up the sales a little bit beforehand. As I said, this is mainly like a sales pitch, this Direct. So I think that they're going to be advertising that. And maybe we'll see some stuff on this whole controller thing. I don't know if you've seen this. There's like the FCC patent for a specific controller, and it looks like it's going to be the next one in the series along from like the Switch Online NES and SNES controllers. I think they're going to reveal that. So whether that's Game Boy or whether that's N64, I'm not sure. I'm betting on Game Boy. I'd love the N64 stuff, but I'm betting on Game Boy. I'm not sure how they do that. Maybe they have like kind of turn it into just a big wide Game Boy. Who knows? As far as actual game announcements go, obviously I've got my idea of my Ring Fit spin-off, but I think more likely, considering there's been enough rumours going around, we're going to get something Xenoblade. Hopefully Xenoblade Chronicles 3, maybe a port of Xenoblade Chronicles X, or maybe something completely different. Let's go Xenoblade Warriors. But I think Monolith Soft. I don't think they've shown what they've been developing recently, so I'm going to refer to Monolith Soft as a they from now on. So I think that we'll see what they are working on, so that's going to be really good, and I'm hoping for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, especially after the whole Jenna Coleman rumour flying around. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If it's not that, I think that they will announce something. I think they'll announce another new game, and I've got two ideas for this. Again, both wildcards, both unlikely, but I think if we're going to see sequels and stuff coming soon, Arms 2 has the potential to sell well now that the Switch has a massive install base, and it was pretty popular for a new IP, but like with Splatoon 2 is where it really kicked off, and I think that Arms 2 could do the same, especially now that they've kind of got a bit more of a refined idea of what they want to do with the combat systems for it. The other idea is complete wildcard here. I just want Mario Kart 9. Don't think it will be announced. It would be really wild if they did. And if they are going to do that, I hope that they take kind of the Mario Kart World Tour, the mobile app idea. I think that would be really cool, using like locations from around the world and having different skins for the characters as unlockables. No microtransactions, but just like kind of, like your free your unlockable skins and your unlockable characters for doing certain achievements in the game and stuff like that. I think that would be really cool. Whether or not that happens, I don't think that's likely. I don't think Arms 2 is likely. I think if they're going to announce any of those three, it's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So if they're going to do that as well, I think that's what they'll open with. I think we'll get some really cool third-party stuff in there as well. I can't really think of anything like particularly big off the top of my head. We've got like Danganronpa coming out, and you've got, as I said, you've got Just Dance. There's plenty of third-party titles that will fill up the Nintendo Switch's Christmas lineup, holiday lineup, and I think that we'll get more information on that stuff, and a little bit one of those like sizzle reels, or they'll show like, this is coming out, this is coming out, this is coming out, this is coming out. They've done before, and we'll get one of them too. So that's pretty much all the predictions I've got. Summing up, I think that we're going to get, it's going to open with a big game announcement of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. and I think hopefully we're going to get our Ring Fit spin-off as well. We'll definitely see those content updates, and we'll definitely see a lot of them pushing games like Mario Party Superstars, like Metroid Dread, like SNT5 and Advance Wars. They're really going to push that during this direct, so I don't think there's going to be masses of new stuff. So closing out, we're going to get the final Smash character for DLC Pass 2, and absolutely no idea who that's going to be. Let's be real, it's impossible to tell nowadays. I think that we're going to get a really interesting character. I'm hoping there's going to be a big finale, because if they end it the way that they ended with like Fighters Pass 1, where they went for Byleth, like, I'm a Fire Emblem fan, I like Byleth. I actually, when I play Smash, I play Byleth because I actually think they're a really cool character. I don't really think that something like that is going to be good enough to end on. I'm hoping for a big third-party reveal, something like Master Chief or Doomslayer or Crash Bandicoot. That would be a good way to end it. Hopefully it's going to be something that doesn't completely make Twitter just turn into a pile of salt. Let's go for Dr. Robotnik. Let's have Dr. Robotnik. There we go. Or Ring Fit Trainee. Anyway, that's just kind of been waffling for a little bit, but that's what I think is going to happen for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think any of my predictions are completely baseless, because let's be honest, they really are. But let me know what you're hoping for, and if you think that it's going to be good. Are you going to be watching it? Let me know. Point is, like, share, subscribe for more content incoming. I've been Master Trainer Peter, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.